can say that it gets better, but it gets more difficult. Things change.
Right. No, absolutely,
And the
100%.
struggles change.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a wild roller coaster that's missing boards and beams and bolts and stuff.
Oh, definitely. No, absolutely. I mean, dealing with, being a single mom now, and even though his dad's in his life, it's only part time. And, dealing with my son's name's Jacob. Dealing with Jacob's emotions is definitely like, I got to be on my toes. That means I can't be depressed. I can't have anxiety. I have to be this perfect mom that's, letting him know everything's all right. And then I get to go cry in my room later in that day saying, oh my God, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Am I pushing him to the right way? There's always going to be a question in moms' minds. Did I do enough? Am I enough? Did I love him enough? At least good moms anyway. My mom, she didn't give a shit, but that's a different day. So
Yeah.
I learned, what not to do with her, and I'm giving my son the love tenfold, man. And he's homeschooled right now because of his social anxiety and depression. And not only that, like, the world today is shit. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, in Citrus County Moms
Oh
Group,
my gosh. I'm
literally
sitting in my
at least 6 moms have taken their kids out of school because of bullying, because of, boys going in girls' bathrooms saying that they're girls, and then mental health,
it's
mental
insane.
health. Yeah, mental health of, I had this one lady say that her daughter's friend told her that she was going to herself, like, the next day. And it's like, I just can't in society. I can't. I want to just keep my baby home in his little bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the worst thing it is right now, because like I've
Yeah.
been a stay-at-home mom since I went into labor. I've been a stay-at-home mom.
Yep.
And I'm grateful and forever blessed that my husband is a blue-collar worker, and he gets up before the sun even comes up, and he comes home after the sun has went down. And that puts his own issues onto our lives, which I'm sure that we could talk about a different day, but
Right.
it's so rewarding and so frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where now is like we could really use some extra money, because I don't know what the hell's happening in this world. I'm
Yeah.
not politic at all. I don't watch the
Same.
news. I don't
Same.
follow anything. I have enough anxiety and depression myself. I don't need the world creating more of it for me. I
Right.
just tell my husband, if the world's going to end and we need to, I don't even know, then let me know. Other than that, I don't want to know.
I'm the same way. I'm the
Um,
same way. And a lot of people get on me about that. Oh, you should know what's going on. You should know what's going
yeah.
on. Okay, I know, like, the
Totally.
basics. That's what I need to know.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
I don't need the yeah. I don't need
I
the
know
whole
the
depth.
base of it.
Yeah.
I don't need any more. I don't need to know who said what. I don't need to know who threatened
Exactly.
who. If it's happening, you need to tell me it's happening,
Right. Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
know. That way I can spend my last moments with the people I want to spend it with. But, at the end of the day, this world is so uncertain.
Yep.
And now that we're getting into a world where it's getting more expensive, rent's getting more expensive.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about going back to work and doing what I can to bring in more money.
Right.
And I had looked at like 3 different daycares, and I just don't trust them. There was
Agreed. That
someone
too. That's a big issue
in
too.
the next county who worked at a daycare who was just arrested for video, like being caught on video for neglecting 4 children. And
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about letting them sit in dirty diapers. I'm talking about kicking them, holding them down with a foot,
Oh my
slapping
God.
them in the face, like all on video. And I'm like, girl, I would have went to jail.
Oh
I would
hell
have went
yeah.
to jail
Yep.
for murder.
Yep.
I would have been given the
100%.
death penalty, and I would have rocked that whatever
I
they
would have
gave me to
smiled in
wear.
my mugshot, my friend.
Exactly. I just can't. And so I had
Same.
just did an interview for a daycare where I could bring him with me.
Yeah.
And it's very, very important that he stays with me, because I don't trust anybody.
I agree.
I have 2 people in my life that I trust, and that's my sister, that do not live in our house. That's my sister and my mother. And other than that, I don't trust a damn soul with my son, because
I agree.
this
It's bad out
world,
there.
it's stupid. And
It is.
it all went well, and they're like, oh, well, he won't be in the same facility as you. He'll be in a different building. And I'm like, that's not going to work.
Yep.
That's not going to work, because
Yeah.
I'll be damned if my son is sitting in a dirty diaper or doesn't get a snack when he needs it or doesn't get a drink when he needs it or being neglected in any way,
Right.
I said, you don't have to necessarily be in my eyesight, but I
Right.
want him in the same building.
Right.
Because, my son's at the age where he's throwing tantrums every other day. And I know that I get overwhelmed and aggravated with him. It's one thing for me to do it. I'm able to calm myself down and remember that this is my child.
Right.
But
Exactly.
another person,
Yeah.
that might be the one thing that throws them over the edge.
Right. Exactly.
And
Yeah,
then
because
I'll go,
moms are always going to be the safe spot, you know?
yeah. And it's just, so with you doing like, home teaching and stuff, like it's
Mm-hmm.
something that's been on my mind because I'm like, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to stay home with him until he's able to go into school.
Yeah.
But we're also having issues with finding people to get along with. Like I'm a little
Yeah.
bit older, my son's younger,
Right.
and so I'm having a problem with being able to communicate
Mm-hmm.
and like it's easy to make friends in school. Almost all of those friends you don't have anymore.
Oh, agreed.
But
Yeah,
making
thousand
friends
percent.
as an adult with a child is probably the hardest thing ever. I don't even know why. It's so stupid.
It is. I agree. Like, I posted for this, the podcast saying, hey, anybody want to chat or whatever? And I don't know if you saw how many comments. I had like 20 comments, and then only 5 people about messaged me, and then only 3 of them actually kept in communication. Like, they just ghost. And it's like, why? Like, you're like, come on. Like, don't tell me you're interested and then just ghost. Like, it drives me insane. And
Yeah, I mean,
you
I saw
gotta,
it as a way to like,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to therapy right now, but if I'm being completely honest, the therapy that the state offers you when you don't have insurance, it's really kind of sucky.
It's
It's just
stupid.
like, hey, what's wrong with you? Let's get you on medication. It's not, I want to figure out the root of my
Yes.
freaking
I
issues.
am the
Like,
same way. Oh my
can
god. I've
we
been talking
talk
to my
about,
psychiatrist and I'm like, I need a trauma specialist. And even with finding a trauma specialist, they still ask you the same fucking questions. How are you feeling?
yeah,
Tell me about it. It's like,
exactly. Like,
no,
I
get to
want
the
to talk about
core.
why I am the way I am and get to the root cause and
Yes.
try to make changes in my life to fix it. I just don't want you to throw me back on Xanax again or frickin'
Exactly.
Zoloft or frickin' citalopram or whatever the hell it is. Like
Right.
I was on so much
Yeah, same.
medication before I got pregnant. And
Yeah.
then when I got pregnant the first time in 23, I had stopped at cold turkey because that's
Mhm.
what I was told to do.
Right.
And I was miserable. And I can't attest to the fact that that's why I miscarried. But, you're told not to stress. You're told not to be overwhelmed. You're told to keep the anxiety low because, like, your
Like it's a
body reacts
switch.
to that. How is it
Yeah.
supposed to do what you need it to do when you have all of these feelings and all of these chemicals running through your brain that's making you think like this? And it's
Right.
just, it's insane. And
It
I
is
think
insane.
that that's the main reason that I reached out because I'm like, you know what? I can talk to somebody and relate to someone who might understand me. Or if not, maybe somebody else who listens to the podcast goes through the same thing. Or maybe I can just rant because I have nobody else to rant to. It's just me and a child who knows a couple of words but doesn't say sentences.
Right. No, I'm with you 1000%, definitely. Like that's one of the main reasons of the podcast was definitely to reach out to the viewers and let them know like, hey, you're not alone. Like, don't be afraid to talk about it. Your identity's safe. You don't have to say even your first or last name. You can make up a name. Like, I don't ask addresses or anything like that. I may ask what state you live in, but whatever. It's just conversation. And really getting people to open up about the stuff that we don't talk about, like you were saying, depression before, during, and after pregnancies. We were
Hmm.
checked off of the spouse list and baby daddy list of what they should do or expected to do without being told. Check, talked about that. And then there's the medical issues of going through pregnancies and stuff like that and complications. We talked about that. So it's like these are a lot of key points that I really hope reaches out to listeners and says, hey man, I went through that and I really want to talk to somebody about that. Or, hey, this is what I got and this is what really helped me. Let's spread the word. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that, more people, like, I listen to a bunch of podcasts or people who have them on TikTok, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of people are just kind of being funny, or they're
Yeah,
not really
yeah,
talking about things that need to be talked about. And I think that the number one thing is, like, I know that there are not a lot of stay-at-home moms nowadays. Like, it was a lot easier back in the day,
yeah.
when my parents were younger, back in the 80s and 90s, to be able to, raise a family and not have all of this
Excuse me.
peer pressure.